Hello, all my fellow nerds out there. This is Oracle Nerd Richie, and welcome back to the Doki Doki Literature Club Purist mod. Last time we finally got to you could say we finally got to the root of Sayori's situation, and we're and right now we're gonna be continuing on Sayori's route. That's basically just a summary of what's gonna happen. But anyways, we spend a lovely yet somewhat awkward day at the park. The two of us just walked together, holding hands. We noticed that there are several other couples walking around, and I think the sight makes Sayori feel just a little self-conscious as me. Eventually, Sayori stops and sighs. They look so happy together. She bites her lip before continuing. Do you think, I know what she's about to ask, and I just nod before running my fingers through her hair and gently ruffling it. Yes, I think one day we'll reach that point where we can be like them. It's so unfair. I'm really happy with you, but as we were on our way, all these thoughts ran through my head. I'm so scared this won't last. Neither of us want this to end, right? She merely nods. But I don't think any of them have something like this holding them back. I shrug. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. If there's anything I've learned from the last week, it's that you can never tell what a person's really like on the inside. Yikes, that line hits a bit too close for me. Even if you've known them your whole life. That still hits me too close. Yeah. I can't explain how much I want to make her smile and understand how much she means to me. So I merely pull her closer and hug her. Just tell me when things get too awkward, okay? I will. You too. Her expression suddenly darkens. Still, I guess our friendship is ruined. Things will never be the same, and that scares me. It scares me a little too, but I think we should take the risk if it makes us happy. Unless you're unhappy. Do you want to go back to how things were this morning? I don't. We can say we're just two friends spending time together. Yeah, that would be nice. But I don't know if I just want to be friends. No matter how I think about it, I lose. I guess life is unfair like that. It doesn't have to be that way. It's only over if you give up. And I'm determined to go the extra mile for you. Is it only because you got feelings for me? No, I love you in more ways than just romantically. I love you as... Before I can finish my sentence, she kisses me and holds me close. No matter how I try to think about your flaws, you seem so perfect. It's like you're a dream. Sayori, I'm happy you love me, but I feel like I don't deserve your love. I have so many flaws that I hate, and I'm just afraid that I'll just be a burden to you. We sit down on the grass. A calm breeze blows at us. Worse, I'm afraid I'll just be replaced when you find someone better. She rests her head on my shoulder. I'm sure you realize just how ridiculous that fear is. If I didn't want to be with you, would I have spent all those years as your friend? And now, I want to spend even more time with you. Sayori breaks apart from my embrace and lies down on the grass with her eyes closed and her face turned toward the sky. Richie, what's the weather? Huh? It's a sunny day. A bitter smile creeps across her face. She speaks in a whisper as if to make it clear that the words she's about to say are meant for my ears only. Maybe it is, but for me, all I see is a black rain cloud that covers the sky. I see a small crack in the cloud with a tiny ray of sunlight trying to break through. But because of the sun trying to break through, the rain cloud sends a terrible storm on the horizon. It's coming towards me at full speed. The freezing rain, the cold wind. And before she can continue, I lay down next to her and put my arms around her. I press myself up against her so she can feel my warmth. It's slowing down. She opens her eyes and continues in the same whisper. When you touched me, the storm slowed down, though only for a little bit. That's good. That means we still have a fighting chance. Well, my other ear was my ear was bothering me for a second. But it doesn't stop the rain from pouring down. But sunshine and rain makes a rainbow. Close your eyes and focus on the sun. Can't you see it? Sayori closes her eyes and falls silent for a few minutes. I can see a faint hint of a rainbow in the far distance. It's hard to make out since it's so far away, but I think I can see it. I press my lips against hers and caress her face. My head would have been filled with rain clouds as well if you weren't there for me when we were kids. You gave me a reason to keep going. If you could drive the rain clouds out of my head, then I'm certain I can do the same for you. I feel her fingers intertwine with mine. I think if anyone can do it, it's you. I should be well enough to return to school tomorrow. I can't wait to walk there with you. That would be nice, yeah. Though I think it's better if we hide our relationship. I feel so uncomfortable from the thought of the others finding out. If that's what you want, I'll try my best. Though the thought of being in a relationship with you makes me very happy. It's weird. That thought makes me happy as well, not because I make you happy, but because it's something I want. My love is selfish. I don't mind. You've been selfless for too long. I think you should allow yourself to be a little selfish. If you can't, then try to be selfish for my sake. You mean make you happy by taking care of myself? Exactly. How would it make you feel if I didn't take care of myself? I'd be beyond worried. She scans me with her eyes. Okay, I'll try, but only if you do it together with me. As soon as she finishes talking, I hear a loud growl from her stomach. My stomach makes the same noise right after that, and I suddenly remember that I never ate breakfast. And I guess you didn't eat either, huh? I didn't. That won't do. We should find something to eat then. I nod. Can we maybe wait 5 more minutes? This feels so comfortable. A bright smile appears on her face. Of course. Thank you. I want to cherish this moment as well. The 5 minutes end up turning into an hour. By the time we eat, the day is already ending, and we decide to go for one last stroll around the park before heading home. I follow Sayori all the way back to her house, and I notice that neither of us wave goodbye, or say goodbye. After a while, I notice how late it is, so I kiss her goodnight and leave. When I get home, I let out a shout of joy as I realize I finally have a girlfriend, even if we plan to keep a relationship hidden until she feels comfortable with it. However, as I go to bed, I start feeling anxious. Can I really live up to her expectations of me? Can I really help her with her depression? It sounds like love isn't enough, and explaining my love won't work either. Just as I'm about to turn off the lights, my phone vibrates. I check to see that she sent me a message. The message reads, "Can you promise me that you'll never lie to me?" I quickly replied that I won't ever lie to her. It's hard to fall asleep. I spent hours thinking about her. Before I fall asleep, I tell myself that I'd do anything to make her happy, even if it's at my expense. I was like that once. Okay, everyone, that's all for today. Dude, we have not seen Monica in a freaking minute. Or any of them. Monica's voice snaps me out of my thoughts. I spent so much time thinking about what to do with Sayori after school to the point where I didn't even pay attention to anything that happened in the literature club. I really hope the other girls didn't notice me staring blankly into space while occasionally throwing glances at Sayori. She looks extra cute today, even though she looks the same as always. Is this one of the effects of love? In any case, keeping our relationship secret is harder than I thought. Ever since yesterday, I've noticed that, for the most part, all I can think about is my new girlfriend. Even so, we both try to make it seem like nothing happened between us. Just as Yuri and Natsuki leave, however, Sayori announces that she'll be taking care of to clean up the room. She says that, and she blinks at. As she says that, she blinks at me, and I wonder what she's planning. Thus, I volunteer to help out as well, citing Sayori's natural clumsiness as a reason. Monica seems to buy it and leaves us to the room to us. Even when we assured ourselves that nobody is watching, that Sayori and I start talking. Phew, I thought it'd never end. Richie, will you help me out? I throw her a puzzled look. Well, we're supposed to be cleaning. Wait, seriously? Don't worry, I have a plan. Just grab a mom. I sigh and do what she tells me. As we clean the floors, I notice Sayori can't take her eyes off me. Do you have any plans for the day? No, not really. Do you have anything in mind? Truth be told, I didn't. I wanted to think of something we could do together, but I ended up being distracted by my daydreams of spending time with her. What do you normally like to do? Well, I don't really have many hobbies. Oh, right. I had I had read that the people with depression often lack energy to do much. Wait, I know. How about a shopping trip? It's informal. Nobody would suspect us being a couple, and well, I'd really like to buy that manga. Truth be told, I couldn't care less. Though it would be cool to go to the store with her and just to show the guys there I have a girlfriend. In fact, it's just something I say to make Sayori think I'm not doing it for her. It sounds nice. Alright then, let's go once we've finished cleaning. Feel a cold sweat rolling down my forehead. Wait, we're still cleaning? Okay, how clean does Monica want this room to be? Well, I don't know. I just thought we'd make her happy if we did a great job. I sighed in exasperation and realized that relationship or not, some things will never change. Besides, even mundane activities are fun as long as we do them together, don't you think? I just nodded in defeat and grabbed the mop. Oh yeah, Richie? I turned to reply, but forgot the mop in my hand, and my movement caused the pole to hit me right in the back of the head. Yeah? I smile a fake smile to hide the aching pain in the back of my head. Would you like to, would it be okay if I watched another anime with you? I blinked in confusion a few times. I thought you generally didn't like them. Honestly, I'm still not too into anime, even though I did enjoy the one you and I watched together. But there's something you enjoy and I feel like I can understand you better if I take part of your hobbies and interests. Besides, I think I need some more hobbies. It makes me happy that you want to watch them with me. Maybe we could do it while eating dinner. Ooh, that's a great idea! Suri stops and looks at me again. Richie, mind if I ask you something a little embarrassing? I told you there'd be no secrets between us, right? Ask away! Thanks. Well, here goes. What would your ideal type of romantic dinner be like? It's clear that she's trying to test me. How should I answer? Oh, wait, does this actually matter? Okay, wait. I'm gonna save it right here. I'm not really sure. I do like just a regular dinner. Like a regular dinner is nothing that kind of beats nothing beats that. Ooh, I guess I could probably do the a light with candles one. Like just to see what happens. I'm a little surprised to hear you say that. Do I seem that undignified to you? No, not at all. It's just it doesn't seem like it's something you'd enjoy. That's all. Well, to be honest, I don't enjoy going to fancy restaurants. The atmosphere makes me feel a little uncomfortable. Really? Why not? Me too, if I'm being completely honest. But why would you prefer a formal romantic dinner then? Please don't laugh, okay? Promise? I've always had this dream that when I find a girlfriend who I really love, I'd want our first date to be perfect. I'd take her to a fancy place, eat a romantic dinner, and then what? I'd tell her how much I love her and kiss her, and that I'd do everything I can to make the evening as perfect as possible for her. I noticed that as I speak, our faces come closer. Wow. She drops the bucket and takes my face in both her hands and kisses me. You're secretly romantic. Who would have thought? I nod and hope she never finds out that I stole that idea from the anime I watched some years ago. I feel specifically called out by that, but you know what? You can't really say it's not funny if it's not true. I'd love to experience that kind of peaceful, perfect date. We can do that someday. Though I think if you're this beautiful in your school outfit, my poor heart probably wouldn't handle seeing you in a dress. You think I'm beautiful? I nod. I've never had anyone say that to me. I've always thought you were the most attractive guy I've seen. I might be anxious about the direction of our relationship, but I'll always cherish the moment of being in a relationship with you. To be honest, I had trouble falling asleep last night because I was thinking about you so much. Me too, I couldn't stop thinking about you either. We share a passionate kiss and the school bell rings. I look at the time and see that we need to hurry up, or people will grow suspicious as to why there's still students in the facility. We quickly clean the room and leave the school just as the gates lock up for the day. A few hours later, we return to Sayori's house, while I carry some incredibly heavy bags. I dumped them on the floor with an exasperated sigh. I'm so sorry again, I kinda got carried away. Yeah, you can say that for sure. Why do girls have so much stuff, so much money have to spend so much money on clothes? I don't know. Why do guys not care about fashion? I don't know. Oh, we could go do this all night, huh? We both laugh in unison. You're right. So let's just skip the fight and get right back to the point where we're happy again. Thank you for taking me out shopping. It was so much fun. Yeah, you really did seem to enjoy yourself. A little too much, I want to add. Tonight, dinner's on me. Are you sure? Just don't nearly burn down the house like you did last time. Of course, I'm not a kid anymore. What are you making? A mischievous smile spreads across her face. It'll be a surprise. Oh yeah, while you went into the game store, I went and rented some anime. Could you pick out the best one for a romantic evening? God, my throat is killing me, man. I need to get myself more water. Purist, leave it to me. Thank you. I knew I could depend on you. Oh, and could you do me a favor and not leave the room until I'm back? Why? It's a surprise. She beams at me one last time before running downstairs like a human-shaped tornado. Less than a minute later, I hear a loud crash and clang of metal. I'm alright! Now that I think about it, that clumsiness is one of the things I love about her. That and the fact that she takes me seriously. She trusts me. She doesn't treat me like a joke. This is my chance to really shine. I open the bag and see multiple movies. All of them look very romantic. After some careful thinking, I take out my phone and check them out online before making my choice. I ended up picking a heartwarming romantic comedy. Dude, rom-com animes are just the best. Like, have you guys seen something called H Gotta BK? It's hilarious. Yeah, even though it tries to push itself with some fan service here and there, it's not even taking that part seriously. It's mostly just one person being very clumsy, and it's hilarious. Or Love Hina, or is it To Love Ru? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's To Love Ru. But yeah, the animes like that are always funny. I hear Sayori singing off-key downstairs, and I feel a smile creep up on my face. I'll be sure to try my best to make this evening one for us to remember. I have to try my best for her sake. Several hours pass and neither see nor hear Sayori. I'm sure she's fine, but I promised her that I wouldn't leave this room, but I'm still worried about her. Just as I take out my phone to call her, I hear the front door open and close. Soon, Sayori opens the door to her room, carrying a large tray covered by a bag. Close your eyes for a moment, okay? Alright. I close my eyes and hear her humming to herself as she unpacks something and opens and closes the drawers. The smell of steak overwhelms my nostrils and the stomach makes a thundering sound. Okay, open them again. I open my eyes to see Sayori standing proud in the room, surrounded by lit candles. A fancy meal is lying on the table. I don't know whether it's a sight or smell, but I feel my mouth watering. I stare at Sayori, who's wearing a triumphant expression on her face. Well, what do you think? Wow. I'm clearly speechless. I never expected Sayori to do something like this. I'm so glad you like it. I tried to make fancy dinner myself, but things didn't go quite as expected. So I ran to that really expensive restaurant downtown and bought this. She hugs me tightly. You said you liked fancy romantic dinners, didn't you? Yeah? Well, I told you I'd do anything to make you happy. Sayori, you made me happy just by being here with me. I'm happy to hear that. As I press her up against me, I feel her stomach rumble. Well, let's eat. I guess it's our first dinner as a couple, huh? I'm so excited. Just like I'm excited to see what anime you picked out. I scratched the back of my head and laughed sheepishly. I was thinking of you when I picked it out. Seeing Sayori's happy face as she clasps her hands together makes it all worthwhile. I feel her lean against me as the anime starts playing. It seems like I made the right choice. Sayori really loves the movie I picked out for the first date. The movie is about a female detective who travels through time and solves crimes, and it's both cool-headed and strong. It gives me Doctor Who vibes, honestly. However, midway through the movie, she ends up falling in love with the criminal she's pursuing, and he ends up getting feelings for her too. Oh, so this is what they call forbidden love, huh? I guess. I don't really know. Two people who are meant to be together, but can't because of various reasons. It's both tragically bittersweet and romantic at the same time. I mean, look at how she looks at him, and he looks at her. It's clear they were meant for each other, but she's too proud and stubborn to admit it, and he's too immature to understand his love with her. Somehow those personality traits make them work even better as a couple. She hugs my arm and looks at me. Hey Richie, do you think I can ever make it as great? You and I can make it as ever great of a team as those two? Ugh. I blinked. You want to solve crimes across time? No, silly. I meant as a couple. To be honest, I kind of envy their dynamic. Everything is possible as long as you wish it enough. In that case, I wish to be with you forever. I chuckle. I wish that too, with all my heart. We watch the movie while eating our dinner. Near the end, there's a scene where the detective and the criminal have to infiltrate a castle through the ballroom by pretending to be a married couple and dance their way through security undetected. Without warning, Sayori stands up and grabs my hand. Let's go, Richie. You want to dance with me? She nods. Yep, come on, it'll be fun. Alright, if it's with you, I won't feel that embarrassed. I feel my cheeks getting hotter and hotter as she wraps her arms around my shoulders. I gulp and put mine down around her waist. It's only when we start dancing awkwardly trying to mimic the movements of the characters on the screen that I feel comfortable. It's then that I realize how much I enjoy this, because it's something personal between me and her. Seeing her so happy is one thing, but feeling her so close, holding her, dancing with her, I realize that I'm really attached to this girl. As I gaze into her sky blue eyes, I get confirmation that she loves me too. I feel genuine affection from her stare. It's then that I realize I don't want this to end. Once the scene ends, I don't let go of Sayori. I notice she doesn't try to let go of me either. For long, we forgot about the movie and our food. We just stand there, hold each other, staring into each other's eyes. Neither of us dares to breathe out of fear of ruining the serenity of the moment. We spend the rest of the evening watching two other movies, while holding each other close and kissing. It's way past midnight when I leave. And as I go home, I feel like my body is light, and I find myself happily skipping about. All that's on my mind is the girl who I'm growing to love more and more. That night I have another nightmare. Oh, that took a dark turn immediately. In the dream I see Sayori kissing another guy. I don't see his face, but she looks happier with him than she does with me. As I come closer, I see he's the perfect guy. Tall, buff, and as he turns to face me, he's incredibly handsome as well. He then turns back to her and continues kissing her. She seems to pay no attention to me until I shout her name. When I confront her in the dream, she laughs and tells me I'm only a temporary phase while she got over her depression. Now that she's getting better and she no longer needs me and sees no reason to stay with a loser like me. The guy in the dream then turns and punches me really hard. I wake up screaming. I wake up and take a look at the alarm clock. It's still very early in the morning. I should probably get back to bed. Despite my best efforts to go back to sleep, a sudden weight in my chest keeps me from falling back to sleep. The scene of the dream keeps replaying in my head over and over. Sarah would never do something like that, right? She wouldn't just leave me for someone better than me, right? I shake my head and tell myself that I'm just being silly. Suri isn't the kind of girl who would just abandon me because I'm not good enough, right? I wait for half an hour, then I decide that trying to fall asleep again is a lost cause. I take out my phone and text Sayori, asking her if she wants to go for a walk with me before we head out to school. Her reply is immediate. I quickly get dressed and eat a fast breakfast and run outside to meet her. Good morning, Richie. The moment I see her bright smile, I can't help but return on my face. It'd be nice if we could kiss, but that would make it a bit too obvious that we're in a relationship to anyone who might be watching. Either way, we make our way to school. All the while, we're holding hands. Though I don't know if I do it as a gesture of affection or if it's to keep myself warm during the cold morning. How did you sleep? I laugh sheepishly and realize I can't tell her the truth. I guess I slept fine. I woke up way too often, though. Yeah, I noticed that you're up unusually early. Speak for yourself, I was worried you'd oversleep again. Her cheeks grow rosy and she continues to whisper. Actually, I've been waking up earlier these days. I have so many thoughts and feelings, it's hard to keep them bottled up. It's equally hard not to feel revitalized by them. I smile, but just then I remember what she said in my dream. Oh yeah, it's the same here. I'm so happy to know that I make you happy. I've always imagined my perfect relationship as someone who I could make the happiest man in the world. Funny how I've wished for the same thing. I pause and blush. I mean that I want to make my girlfriend happy. You make me so much happier than I probably deserve. You deserve more than this. But I try my best. Right back at you. I feel like it's unusually hard to focus on the stuff they teach us in class today. Not that I usually pay attention much anyway, but today it feels like the teacher's voice enters one ear and flies out the other. No matter how no matter how I try, I can't get that dream out of my head. I look at some of the other guys in my class. They're all better than me in some way. A lot of guys are smarter than me in every way and are always at the top of the class whenever we have exams. And then there's plenty and then there's plenty that are much better looking than me and have several girls in my year attracted to them. To top it off, there's also people like the vice president of the soccer club, who makes even the strictest teachers laugh at his jokes. Not to mention how he knows girls like I know my anime. I'm not sure if that's a positive trait or just very creepy. All of them all of them would be so much better suited for Sayori if they put their mind to it. For some reason, I feel like whenever I look at another guy, I feel threatened. Whenever I look at another guy, I imagine Sayori in a relationship with him instead of me. Oh, the jealousy is setting in. I shake my head and tell myself that she chooses me. She chose me. She's in love with me and only me. She had her chances with other guys, but she still chose me. Though I wonder, did she choose me because I'm the lowest point? And she didn't dare aim for anyone better because of her depression? Or does she really love me? Dude, she really loves you. Get a grip, man. Come on. Can I really hope to keep a girl like Sayori interested in a guy like me? I'm so lost in thought that I don't even notice lunch break starting. It's only when I hear a loud crash that I snap out of my thoughts and turn my face to the source of the sound. I feel sweat rolling down my back when I see Sayori, who lands on her butt, and a female student whose face is painted by a sandwich that Sayori is carrying. Ugh, watch where you're going, you clumsy idiot! I'm sorry, I slipped. Ew, now your salmon sandwich is in my hair. Jeez, how stupid are you to not see the other person standing in your way? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. For crying out loud, I guess you probably don't know what it's like having a long, beautiful hair to tend to, huh? Well, let me tell you, it took me hours to make it look nice. And now you've ruined it, you moron. Though I guess I shouldn't be surprised. You're jealous of me, aren't you? Jealous? I swear it was an accident. Please forgive me. Shut up. You're jealous that your hair will never be as good as mine. So I bet that's why you cut yours off, right? You Even the garbage you put in my hair isn't as trashy as you are. Siri's eyes widen, as do mine, when I realize the haughty student is about to slap her. I dash forward, and before the pumpkin hits Siri's cheek, I cut in between them and feel the full force of the assault. Richie, you stay out of this! I get up and my cheek feels like a bee stung it. I stare her down with a very angry expression on my face. Stop it. I don't realize how hostile my voice suddenly sounds. Sayori didn't do anything wrong. It was an accident. There's no reason to insult and try to hurt her. Despite my sudden hostility, the haughty student doesn't let up. I swear, she did it on purpose. She raises her hand and slaps Sayori again, but this time I grab her wrist, and keep a firm grip on it until she lowers her hand. No, she didn't. I've known her for years. She's just clumsy. Now, I could tell teachers that you used physical violence against another student and insulted her, or I could let you go. If you apologize to her right now, I'll act like nothing happened. What's with the two of you? We're a couple of losers. She throws Sayori a contemptuous gaze and walks out of the room with her head held high. I hear my classmates whispering and realize that this is the first time I've ever lost my temper like this. I turn around and glare at them. Show's over, nothing to see here. I take my bag and face Sayori, who's still sitting on the floor, wearing a shocked expression on her face. Let's go, Sayori. Okay. We head up to the rooftop of the school, where we sit down, and Sayori looks at me with tears in her eyes. I'm so sorry, I didn't see that girl. I just wanted to surprise you and have lunch with you, but now you're hurt because of me. I'm such a failure. It's fine, her slap didn't hurt me that much. And well, we can still have lunch together. Well, except my lunch is currently in that girl's hair. Did you see the look on her face? I could feel the hatred. Don't worry about it. She's not a person you should care about. I reach out and gently stroke her hair. What's important is that you're safe. But what about you? I told you I couldn't care less about that girl. She was really beautiful though. That long hair, those strong eyes. Yeah, and completely empty head and only cares about herself. She's had more boyfriends than I care to count, and once she's gotten what she wants from them, she casts them aside. That's awful. Why do people do that? I don't know, but I can tell you that she's the polar opposite of you. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm so attracted to you. It, it is? I open my lunchbox and tear my lunch in half before handing the bigger half to Sayori. Eat up. You need food to make it through the day. She nods and we eat in silence. As, I, as we eat, however, I feel Sayori keeping her gaze on me, occasionally looking at the red spot on my cheek. It feels so good to sit here with you and eat like this. Just you and me. I wouldn't want it any other way. Spending time spending time with you is the highlight of my day. It's the same for me. No, even more importantly, when I'm with you, it feels like those rain clouds go so far, far away. I never thought I'd know what it feels like to love someone and be loved back. Even though I'm so sorry for causing you to get hurt, it made me feel happy when you stood up for me, even though you didn't have to. What kind of lousy boyfriend would I be if I didn't defend you from bullies like her? I feel I feel like if you do so much for me, I can't I can't do anything to repay you. I still fall silent and think back towards my dream. Are you saying that you're in a relationship with me because you feel like you owe me something? No, of course I don't. I'm in a relationship with you because I'm in love with you. I've had these feelings for a long time. Why? There are plenty of other better guys out there. Is it because you think they're out of your league? That's not it. That's not it at all. It's because, well, you've always been so kind to me. You've always stood up for me and always made me feel so appreciated. I feel like I can trust you with anything, Richie. Anything, huh? The way you make me feel, it's unique. Sayori, I feel that way about you as well. We hug each other, enjoying each other's company until the school bell rings again. I have to get back to class. Same. Wish I didn't have to. If only I could play hooky. But we have an exam coming up soon. Oh yeah, I guess we. Oh crap. What's the matter? I completely forgot about the exam. I've barely been able to study because of the rain clouds. Whenever it acts up, I become so exhausted afterwards. At this rate, we'll both fail and be held back a year. This is this is the problem. Unless, do you have an idea? You just said that when we're together, you feel like your impression gets weaker, right? Yeah. What if we study for the exam together? Her face lights up. I love that. I wanted to ask you, but I was afraid you turned me down. And if you get tired when your depression acts up, we can study at your place. That way, if it does come back, you'll be at home and you can rest whenever you need to. That's a great idea, thanks. I can't concentrate for the rest of the day despite my best efforts. After what feels like forever, the class finally ends, and I hurry outside to meet up with Sayori. Phew, is it just me or did the lessons feel longer than usual today? Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode here for now. Yeah, I know, we're kind of a weird cliffhanger, but I want to savor every single part of the route. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!